My name is Allison, and I'm a former home-based baker turned retail bakery shop owner. And it wasn't that long ago when I was running my bakeries that I was finding myself getting overstressed and overworked while trying to work in my business and at the same time work on my business. So I found ways to save time, save money, and have more freedom. And I'm here to share those tips with you so that you can grow your side hustle into the baking business of your dreams.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hot Topics Live. It is Monday, 2 p.m. Central, and happy Halloween to you all. So thank you so much for joining today's Hot Topics Live. This is 15 minutes of business training to help you grow your home baking business. Now, I hope that you are busy baking right now and you have lots of goodies going out the door for your Halloween. But if you are not watching this live and you're catching it on the replay, that's okay too. So thank you so much for joining. And I'm excited to share today's topic with you. So I'm just curious, because it's Halloween, I'd love to hear from you over in the comments here in the Facebook group or on our YouTube stream. What are you dressed up as for Halloween today? Or are you dressing up? So I have to flex I'm gonna flex a little to be able to show off my costume today. I really wasn't even gonna dress up. I was getting dressed this morning and I remembered that I bought this polka dot headband and I was like, yes, I'm Rosie the Riveter, one of my favorite characters, personalities ever. I love that mentality of we can do it. And so what a better fit and an easy costume as well. So let me know in the comments if you're dressed up today and what your costume is. So today I am going to be sharing a little snippet from a recent training that I did. Our Slay the Season holiday prep workshop was epic. It was so great. And many of you have caught the replay and some of you are just joining the group and you weren't part of it when we did that training. That's okay. I'm giving you the highlights today. So one of the best parts of that Slay the Season holiday training was this element of a business mindset. So that's what I wanted to share today in our Hot Topics Live training. And it's important for several reasons, and we're going to go into that. But over in the chat, I see you guys saying, no costumes, no costumes. That's fine. I hope you're no costumes because you're busy in the kitchen baking. But costume or no costume, I'm just glad you're here. So let's talk about this business mindset and what it is and how you get it and how it can help you. So a business mindset is this way of thinking about your baking and this business that you're either trying to start or trying to grow with a different perspective. So a lot of times as home-based bakers, we sort of think about baking as this thing that we love to do. And it would be great if we can make some money selling the baked goods that come out of doing something we love to do. In fact, I asked a survey this last night. I think I posted our survey last night in the group, and I asked if you were interested in making a part-time income and just breaking even and paying for your hobby, or if you wanted to go full-time with your baking. And an overwhelming majority, 70%, more than 70% of the Facebook group members who voted said they hope to go full-time with their baking business. And that just made me so happy. I love to hear that because you're in the right place if that's what you're trying to do. And what you really want to work on as you're getting more customers, getting better at your recipes, getting more comfortable in the kitchen is also developing your business mindset. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. And it just so happens that over 70% of you said that a business mindset, or that growing this into a full-time business, is what you were hoping to do. So what is a business mindset? This is when you're treating your baking like a business. And I want to just kind of reassure you that most of the home bakers that you see on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you're crossing paths with other home bakers at events, most bakers don't have a business mindset. And what I mean by that is most bakers are not treating their baking like a real business. They're essentially just kind of testing the waters and seeing if they can make money at it. So the very first thing that you can do to stand out from the other bakers is to take your baking business seriously. And so I'm going to give you some tips for how to start to think about your business mindset, how to develop it, and in turn, how to stand out from other bakers. So a hobby mindset is kind of the opposite of a business mindset. And a hobby mindset is when you're just kind of interested in making some extra money, in covering your costs, and in doing what you love. And there is nothing wrong with having a hobby mindset. A hobby mindset might be how you got into this, kind of testing the waters to see if you could really make this work. So a hobby mindset, it's just kind of looking to pay for the cost of your baking, seeing if somebody will buy it, and just doing more of what you love. All good. But when you take it to the next level and go for the business mindset, here's some of the things that you're going to start to shift in your thinking. You're going to start to set goals for yourself. That is a big step towards growing your business, is having a goal and then setting this plan for how you're going to get there. Another element of a business mindset is this idea that you're going to try something, you're going to test it, you're going to learn from it, and then you're going to improve it and repeat it. So let's talk about that for a minute and how that looks in a real world scenario. So let's say that you sign up to do a farmer's market, your very first farmer's market. Maybe you've been hanging out in this group for a while, picking up tips, some of the other amazing Facebook groups out there picking up other tips, and you're going to go for it. You're going to go do your first farmer's market. And when you're out there, it does not go as planned. You feel defeated. There's just some elements are just working against you. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's the foot traffic. Maybe there's not enough customers, and you overestimated how much you're supposed to bake, and you're left with like all this product at the end. So a hobby mindset might come away from that and say, farmers markets are not for me. I hated it. I have all this, I wasted all this stuff. Nobody bought anything. It is not for me. And a business mindset would say, okay, how can I improve on that? What can I do differently? And then try again. Because people just aren't born great at these things. We really have to practice and improve. And that is how we see growth in our business. So this testing, learning, improving, and repeating process is how you develop your business. I can tell story after story of epic failures that I had in the very beginning years of my own business. And it's this testing, learning, and improving and repeating concept that allowed me to get better. Now, one of the things that I like to focus on when I do that is it's not the fault is not in the goal that you set. You don't change the goal, you change your process to get to the goal. So what I want you to try to be aware of as you're growing your business mindset is ways that you can improve your business. Now, one thing that we talk about over in the Bake Better Academy, this is actually our topic for the week, is these key performance indicators. And key performance indicators are things that you're going to measure in your business. So you have your eye on the goal, and you're measuring your goal. So some key performance indicators could be how many orders you do in a week. When you're first starting out, maybe you're lucky if you're doing 1 order a week, and maybe you're getting up a little momentum and you're doing 5 orders a week. But if you're tracking those numbers, then you're going to see the growth. And there is this research that shows us that when we measure things, they tend to improve. So if you have your eye on this goal and you're measuring it and counting it and tracking it and watching for ways to improve it, then this is how you're going to see the growth. So I challenge you to think about the things that you want to improve in your own business. So somebody over here in the comment section said, I understand that my first event made me feel like maybe I should just give up, but I kept on going and I have learned from it. That is so true. It's really easy to react to a bad thing that happened with your baking and just feel defeated. And remember when I said that the majority of bakers out there have a hobby mentality? You're going to rise up from this slightly overcrowded marketplace. Sometimes it feels like that, right? There's a lot of home bakers out there. The more you are able to bounce back from something like that, tweak it a little bit, try something different and go again, the more you're going to begin to stand out from the market, from the other bakers. And Kayamit, I know I've practiced your name before, so please forgive me that I didn't say it right, but it's like, she says, it's like when you chance tactics and forecasting. Yes, it is a bit of, it's a bit of a guessing game and it's a bit of science. And you know, that is kind of, it's Yolene. You have a couple of different pseudonyms, don't you? Okay, so that is exactly what I'm talking about though. And that is where you're measuring something with all of the information that you know, and then you're applying your best guess as well. A lot of times I will use this in figuring out how much to bake for an event. You can apply all of your theories and your guesses and your projections and your data from how you did in the last event, but sometimes it's a little bit of a guessing game. And this business mindset is the practice of measuring everything that you can to get a better result each time and not giving up. So I'm going to give you a list of things that you can measure and track in your business. Now, you don't need to do all of these. You just want to pick 1 or 2 that you feel like are going to make a difference in your business. And then if you hear one that you think you're going to track, let me know in the comments in the Facebook group. If you're here live on this Hot Topics, and if you're watching on replay, that's okay too. You can go ahead and comment #replay and still comment which of these key performance indicators you want to track in your business this week. So you can track your revenue, which is your total sales. That's a great one to track. That's the one that most people track. You can track your profit margin. That is how much of those sales you actually get to keep. And if you need some help figuring out how much profit you're making in your business, then you definitely could benefit from using my perfect pricing calculator, because that helps you to understand how much of your sales price is profit. So you could track how much profit you make each month. You can track how many social media posts you put out and see if there's this correlation between posting more and getting more orders. You can track your social media engagement. You can go into your Facebook page insights and see how much engagement you're getting on your page. Are all those social media posts doing anything? Those are great things to know about your business and start to track them. You can also track the total number of orders that you get each week. So how many customers are ordering from you each week? There you can see some growth in your business as well. You can track your overhead costs. Several of you have reached out to me recently and said, I'm having a problem with my overhead. It's expensive. I have some costs for my business that is making it hard to make a profit. And you can go ahead and track those and see if you can bring your overhead costs down. You can track your cost of goods sold. Another bit of information that you get when you're using the pricing calculator or other tools that help you to do that. Your cost of goods sold is how much it takes you in ingredients, packaging, labeling, and the labor to make that product. You can track that and see if you can bring that number down. And here's a hint, the way that you would bring that number down is either by working faster or using less expensive ingredients. So those are the kind of things that businesses track. And this business mindset that we're talking about is going to have you thinking like a business owner. You could track your labor, how long it's taking you to bake your recipes. You could track returning customers to your business. And that's just a few of the key performance indicators that you can track in your baking to see if you're making progress each month. So that is a list of things that you could track, and those will help you to begin to think like a business owner. And remember how I started out today's Hot Topic Live was by saying that most bakers out there are not thinking like business owners. So just by being here in this group, showing up at these lives, you're beginning to think like a business owner, and now starting to add these key performance indicators to the way that you look at your business is going to help you to stand out even more in a crowded marketplace. So I'm curious which one of those key performance indicators you feel like you're going to commit to tracking this week. Let me know in the comments, and I'll circle back for some accountability and see how you guys are doing. And I always like to keep these Hot Topics lives at about 15 minutes so you can go about your day, get back in the kitchen, keep baking, or whatever it is that you're doing today. And I want to thank you so much for joining today and for commenting and showing up and participating in the Hot Topics live conversation. It's always the highlight of my day when I get to jump on here and say hi to you all. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. So if you have orders going out the door, I hope they are a smashing success and that you just enjoy the day with your family and friends and the cute little trick-or-treaters that are out and about. All right, everyone, that's our Hot Topics for today. I will see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you so much for joining. Bye for now, friends.